Hi guys, Kandi Blaze here with Kandi's Rods and Customs at 1722 Claremont Avenue in the beautiful heart of downtown Ashland. Now behind me is our in-house matrix mix system. Guys, matrix and House of Color are my absolute favorite paint system to use. And I'm really excited today because the 1957 150 Black Widow tribute car that we are Pro Tour modrestoing out, well baby, oh my God, she's in the booth. So right now, Alan Bosley is back there and he's getting ready to start spraying on the roof. He just got done mixing up a custom color. We might have tweaked it just a little bit. I'm like peeking in the booth, guys. I'm gonna see him. So the 57's actually on a rotisserie back in there from all the insane metal work that we did to this car, guys. And I mean, we did some insane metal work to it. From a deleted spare tile, wheel well for a mini tub to a custom inlaid firewall to make sure that the beautiful big block, a box performance motor going, it has plenty of room. That was a mouthful. Okay, hopefully you can hear me because it's kind of loud. You get a little dizzy there. Chevy Cheyenne is working behind me very, very hard on all the metal fabrication on the 1970 Cuda Cat build for House of Mouse Racing. Now, I absolutely love builds like this. It came in basically just right off of the rotisserie. We didn't have to do any of the disassembly on it. We just had to work the metal, rework some of the metal, use some metal fabric, and we're gonna put a beautiful custom dark gray metallic on it that will go with the carbon fiber accessories and hood and all that goes on that. So you definitely wanna stay tuned to the Cuda build because House of Mouse Racing is putting one pack of a motor in that, you know, like a Hellcat motor, guys. So you don't want to miss that. After it leaves here, you can finish following the build at House of Mouse Racing. Okay, what else you guys want to see? How about the stage? Gonna get a little dark. Want to see some sparks? Sparks are always awesome, but I'm not gonna get too close because I don't have the proper gear on to do that. Behind me is the 1950 early on, it could be 51, it could be 52, I'm not sure. Fruehauf trailer that we have been making into a stage that we were just at Rock and Race at Dragway 42 this last weekend. Now the stage made it there and it was a lot of fun and the band seemed to love it. But we still got a ways to go on it, guys. Behind me is the big piece of metal that's part of the cutout, excuse me. And now that's gonna actually have a full pulley system on it and it will have counterbalances, it will have some form of like jack system that can pop out. So that way, when the pulley system allows this to be opened, we will actually be able to make it a nice, smooth surface for the bands to be on, and we'll have plenty of support underneath of it. So no matter what the ground's like underneath, we can make sure it's nice and steady and solid for them to jump around and do all sorts of crazy things on it. Okay, so guys, I'm so excited. This weekend, the entire team is headed to Roadkill Nights in Pontiac, Michigan, guys. One of my favorite shows up there in Michigan is Roadkill Nights at the M1 Concourse. So a couple years ago, we went and we took the Nova up and we had a blast up there. I mean, they shut down Woodward Avenue for drag racing, guys. They have wheelie standers. They have flamethrowers. They have a drift course with the new Dodge cars. They have a speed course. It is so much fun. It is an incredible event. Now, guys, so I'm not going to be taking up the Nova this year, unfortunately, because I broke it. I have a tattoo that says "Go big or go home." It was one of my dad's famous things, and well, I went big and I went home that day. So I got a little bit of a lifters issue in the car. We'll get that taken care of, and hopefully here, before you know it, I'm hoping I will be up at Dragway 42 racing pretty soon. Unfortunately, that means I won't be able to race on Woodward Avenue this year at Roadkill Nights. But the entire team is going up. We will be there as spectators. Several of our friends will be on that. Well, technically it's not a racetrack, it's on the street, but it's drag racing. You don't want to miss it. So come up, it's only like $25 for a spectator ticket, and it's a fantastic show. It includes so much. So behind me is the 1932 Penny Lane 4th Street rod that we had up at Rock and Race at Dragway 42 last weekend. Now, obviously, we've taken the dirt off of her and we are in the final process of reassembly. So a little something interesting on this beautiful 32. We didn't do the disassembly on it. Absolutely not. It came in. All we had to do was all the metal work, the metal fabrication, get her into paint, all that beautiful wet sanding, etc., etc. Furthermore, and we were going to send it back to the owner. And then the owner came to us and was like, so you guys want to reassemble it for me? So now, that's what reassembly looks like on a vehicle. Most people think by the time that we get them into paint, it's just a little wet sanding and a few days or a week of reassembly. But the reality is even on a car the size of Penny Lane, there's about 3 months of meticulous, and I do mean meticulous, putting everything back together. You have, I'm gonna show you guys, you have weather stripping, you have wire harnesses, you have fuel lines, you have transmission lines, you have glass, you have hinges, you have door handles, and on and on and on it goes. And let me tell you, that's a beautiful paint job, so there's nothing that you want to mess up on it. So you have to be very delicate in the process of reassembly. All right, guys, there are so many rides in here right now that I would love to show them all to you, but I don't want to eat up all your time, and I encourage you to check out some of the previous episodes where you can see the 1966 GMC Carryall. You can also see that incredible 57 Chevy. You can watch the build on this 32 Penny Lane street rod behind us, and so much more, guys. Kandi's is slamming. We are actually booking clear out for April of 23 on our big rotisserie builds like that. Now, of course, the smaller jobs we can get in much sooner, but as far as those big full restorations and overhauls, April of 23, guys.
Mark your calendars. The Kandi's Rods and Customs annual birthday bash and cruising is set for Friday, September 3rd, 2021. Main event and festivities takes place from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the beautiful heart of Ashland, Ohio. There will be classic cars, race cars, collector cars, trucks, and bikes. Live music will rock the night away. We're working hard to seek proper and legal permits to make this show the best yet. Registration for the cruise-in portion of the event is from 4 to 7 p.m. Pre-registration coming soon. Additional live entertainment to be announced. Pin-up contest with cash prizes, crown, and oh yeah, a sash. Custom fabricated trophies by Team Kandi. Hosted by Kandi's Rods and Customs in Ashland, Ohio.
Special thanks to our sponsors: Box Performance, Revved Up Motor Company, Shop Owners Warehouse, House of Mouse Racing, S&S Fine Art Photography, Jesse's Landscaping, Corky's Drive-In, Sherrick Photography, Versatile Cleaning Company, Gem City Pinup Photography, and Form and Function Fabrication. Visit us online at www.kandyscustoms.com.